What is up, everybody? Hello, welcome back to the stream. Tonight's gonna be super special. If you've never seen Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, it's quite the ride. It's basically Metal Gear Solid with Metal Gear Solid 2 mechanics, which includes first-person view aiming with your gun and shooting. There's also a tranquilizer gun in it as well, and I know where both of those things are at, so we are going to get to it. So what makes it special on top of those things I just mentioned is the cutscenes. While they went back and redid the script to be very close to the original language that basically like Japan got, it's a more accurate translation. This has really crazy over the top cutscenes and some extra stuff added in on top of it. So it's gonna be a treat. Hey, it's Friendly Tiger and Ronnie. What's up? Not really. I rented it. I rented the game back when I had my GameCube, and I was just like, okay, this is kind of interesting, and beat it not too far. But yeah, Kitamura saw The Matrix and was like, hold my beer, I can do better. So I need to play. I don't own this game on GameCube. I know, shocking. So it's going to be emulated. There were some issues. Like I have a nightly build of Dolphin, the emulator I use, and it started having frame rate fluctuation problems. And it also started having audio issues too. So I found a version of Dolphin 5.0 that seems to be working well, but there are some graphical glitches here and there. So like the codec screen, instead of being black, is like green. I think it's either green or blue. So it's a little bit messed up that way, but we're going to jump into it and we'll deal with it. It's a minor thing. So if you see something that's kind of off, that's the reason why. But other than that, everything seems to be working just fine. The audio seems fine. Frame rate is fine as well. So let's jump in. So I know some people are going to go, oh my god, it's not right. Correct. And there we go. Yes, unfollow. Why are they wrong? Fix it. Now, of course, I tested it without OBS streaming, so now it's streaming. I'm hearing audio problems, so it's got to be an OBS issue missing with it. Let's see. How's the audio? Yep, so let me know if I need to make any audio adjustments as always.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound.
Okay,
they are
good.
Demanding that the government
and we'll
turn
just leave
over
them
the
where they are
remains
then.
of Big
I'll
Boss.
trust you on that.
And they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
I would really like Sniper Wolf to be an actual wolf in this game.
Master of disguise.
Same thing for Decoy Octopus.
Raven, giant and
Everybody
shaman,
should be their own animals in this
and
game.
Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound Squad Leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
To stop sniffing glue.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after
Dude,
you
I
reach
would
your
totally
target.
play that, to be honest.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man.
You have the
sneaking
insanity
mission.
of this version of the
Weapons and
cutscenes
equipment
with
OSP.
everyone being animals.
Yes.
I'm in.
This is a top secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
I would be all over that. Yeah, if the game seems loud, it kind of is. I mean, it's like you'll hear like audio distortion just from it kind of peeking out. I remember that even happening on the original game itself on my television, so... For me. Mono? Oh, hell no. Stereo. Oh, we don't play that. I hate when you have brightness screens like this. Just adjust your television to be what it should be. It's like, screw you, how about you just, like, you know, lower the brightness? Yeah, it's like, who the hell has a mono television? Wow, that audio just shifted right now, that kicked in. Well, that might be why the audio was so distorted in the beginning, like, while it's blowing out so loud. What is in special, just out of curiosity? Dog tag viewer, photo album, previous operations. Which I think this is just like... Yeah, so this just tells you about all the different games that you most likely haven't played, because a lot of people's... It turns out, quite a few people, Metal Gear Solid was their first Metal Gear game. They didn't play the original Nintendo version or, of course, the MSX version, because that didn't come to the States, so not many people knew of it. Not load. Back. New game. Here we go. Normal. Protect 2. I'll do 1. We'll just always see it up there. Game start. Yes. Yeah, they serve zero purpose in this. They just took like a lot of things from 2 into this game, so... Now, what's kind of interesting is that cutscenes in this game run anywhere from 30 to 60 frames per second. And it's an intentional stylized choice. It's not like the emulator not keeping up. They designed this part to run 30, and then later on when you go up the elevator, because I was testing it up to the up part to make sure it was still working fine, where you see like the hind D lift off, that switches between 30 to 60, just depending on the camera shot they're using, because he wanted to be cinematic and different. There's also an added scene right here. They put liquid. Yeah, unnecessary backflip in the water. That's not smart. That's actually a good way to get water in your nose if it's not sealed. But they put liquid in this opening scene. He's not normally here in this bottom part of the elevator.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it.
Okay, Eli. I mean
going
liquid.
to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
I didn't know they did that. I'll have to check that out later. Now, accessing the codec is different. They also had to add in like instructions on how to do it.
This is Snake. Colonel.
Old Joe Snake.
Loud and clear. What's the
How you with
situation,
us?
Snake?
Looks like the elevator
Inky da.
back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones.
Okay, so basically in this game, in order to access, because if you hit start, nothing happens, but if you hit start and A, the codec comes up, which pauses the game anyway. Like right now, the entire game world is frozen, so no one's walking around, no one can see me. The game, for all intents and purposes, pause. Why didn't they just do that to begin with, is my question. Because there's no reason for it. I mean, taking a look, yeah, the GameCube did not have a select button anyway, so there's no way to get into it, so I don't know why they didn't just start to pull it up to begin with. Yeah, gosh, what was it? I had pulled it up before. Yeah, Spooky Tunes of Metal Gear. This guy does a comic called Shu and Chan that I absolutely adore. Shu and Chan. Here we go. Because I'm doing this game, I have to do this right now. I'm just going to play it on full screen real fast. It only takes a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so. It's hilarious. I think of this every single time I play this game. Here we go. Let's see. Yep, 720p. This is great.
That's how I ended up making out with my stepmother. Not a great idea in retrospect.
You don't have many friends, do you, Otakon?
Well, my stepmother seems to like me.
Snake, you can both discuss this later.
In group therapy.
Were you listening to all that?
He's a good kid, really knows his way around the internet forums.
I'll bet.
Snake, right now you're in base camp Delta Foxtrot, the suspected base of operations of Revolver Ocelot.
I know where I am. I crawled here on my belly through a jungle's worth of mud, riding on top of a crocodile, which I subsequently ate.
What did it taste like?
Like alligator.
Current intelligence says that Ocelot's tent is being guarded by a second-in-command, flamethrower Meerkat. Her dossier says that she's a delicately beautiful former juggler and assassin, whose parents were tragically murdered by a person who looked exactly like her, leading to a life of self-loathing. She's skilled in jujitsu, is mildly psychic, and if you kill her, she turns into rose petals and will be reborn in the next spring rain.
Her dossier says she's delicately beautiful.
I may have tossed in some unnecessary commentary.
What are my entry points?
You've got 3 avenues of attack, Snake. A direct assault will take you there fastest, but may leave you vulnerable.
And the second? No, that won't work. I don't like cats.
He's been like that for about 10 minutes, just talking to himself. Should we shoot him or just draw stuff on him?
I got a Sharpie in my locker.
Hey, ask Otakon if his stepmother has a sister.
I love that bit. Cracks me up every single time. Alright, that's off. Game capture. There we go. Yes, exactly. It's like, why is he just talking to himself? He's been like that for like 5 minutes. Alright, so back to the game. Unmute the game. There we go. So basically this is just Metal Gear Solid if you've never played it before, with upgraded visuals and detection methods. Like, they will hear you more. Like if you go splashing through puddles or leave footprints, they do pay attention to it. This is interesting because there's a forklift here before, but this is actually see-through glass, so and this guy will actually see you too, so you gotta keep that in mind. That you can actually be spotted easier through this.
Is there somebody there?
This is bad timing because both of them are there. I might be screwed. I guess not. It's thinking, oh man, this is a bad pattern right off the bat. Hi there. Yeah, their cone of vision in this game has been expanded slightly as far as I'm able to tell. It just goes out a little bit farther than what it used to be, because the original PlayStation game, like, their field of vision was exactly where that blue cone on the radar ends. Really? Oh hey, there's lockers over here. It's another Metal Gear Solid 2 thing. Hey, I got a tranquilizer gun there early. Yeah, so I just got a bad pattern from the start. So hopefully this will be better this time. Hopefully. Yes, and you're a genome soldier, which means we genetically enhance you to be that way on top of it. So if it's about ducking and crawling, I know it. Shut up, baby, I know it. Snake, you gotta wait for the elevator. Wow, the auto aim on this is pretty brutal. It tries to like give you like a body shot. It aims like lower than it should. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that at all, by the way. If you... Yeah, that's not normal. You shouldn't be able to, really knock those guys out. So this cutscene fluctuates between 30 to 60 frames per second. Like right here it's 60. Then it cuts back to 30 again. And also, they changed the music.
Snake. I'm in front of the
Pro disposal ability, yeah, gotta get yourself in there. 2 F-16s are taking off.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of
Mei Ling, what happened to your accent?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist.
Why we gave her a microphone to talk, I don't know.
As well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
That is sexual harassment. I am reporting you to HR.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's not just a code name, baby.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar.
Yeah, so you're gonna tell me how to use the radar. I know what it is.
The red dots
Skip
are
it.
your enemy. Snake, your radar.
Okay, so basically it's just all boring things telling you, like, hi, I'm the doctor, and blah blah blah, and here's your radar. Things that we already know. Pardon me.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Might as well get a save down. And save. Now, I don't know how it's going to react to the Psycho Mantis scene. Because I do have Super Mario Sunshine on the computer here, and it's one of the games it picks up, but usually with emulators, it tries to... It creates its own, like, memory card for each game you play. Instead of doing, like, one big giant saved one. Alright, so I still need to go get my SOCOM. Yeah, it's so weird, like, the game, like, aims you downward for your gun.
A surveillance camera.
And there's nothing of value in there. Okay. You can crawl to enter a vent. Yeah, I know. We're all good with that, buddy. Okay, so I can't do the fast reload. Oops. Interesting.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller.
Don't you mean Kazuhira Miller?
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
How's your missing limbs doing? My what?
New generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Or a fiddle player.
I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna.
By the way, this is Liquid Snake, so he's inside of a helicopter calling me. So I guess they're like the stealth helicopters from Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, so he tells me about field mice, blah blah blah, don't care. Okay, so it doesn't let me shoot people here inside the vents. That would be handy. Hi there. You saw nothing. Keep moving. So another thing you're not supposed to be able to do in this game is pick people up. This is another Metal Gear Solid 2 mechanic. I think... I'm not sure what button it is. Okay, so it's A. These guys have great vision. I'm like literally right here. Yeah, so this is another thing they added in, is that you were not supposed to be able to shake people down like this to move them around and pick them up. Nothing in that one. Okay, so there's no items here.
Use the up.
What?
Snake.
Really? Okay, so they adjusted it so it can see you now. Oh, that's great. Okay, so they changed it so the security camera can actually see you on the stairs. In the PlayStation version, you could just lay down on the stairs and it wouldn't see you. So that's an interesting change. Ooh, nice, a holding cell map too.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I've never been in this vent before. I don't remember there being a vent, to be honest. So we're gonna go exploring for a little bit. So I honestly don't remember if there was a vent in the original at this point or not, at this location. Okay, so it's an office. Also, because like I'm playing this on PC, of course, I have it upscaled to 720p, so everything looks nice and awesome. But the Xbox 360 controller I'm using is my one that's like breaking down and not that good. It's wired, and for whatever reason, this game is like super sensitive analog control. So I actually had to like turn down the dead space or turn up the dead spaces for this, like to usually it's set to 0 for the emulator, and I had to set it up to 10 because like as soon as you, if you breathed on the stick just about, it would like start moving the character and keep moving them. So like all of a sudden I just start walking for no reason.
Kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy. That woman is built all right.
I have a feeling we're going to end up together in a Metal Gear Solid 4 for some stupid reason. Now, there is a secret with this. Like, if you crawl all the way back out of the vent down to the stairs, leave, and then go back up the stairs into the vent, each time you come back, Meryl's doing a different exercise, and on the third time, she's in her underwear. I'm not going to be doing that because it takes a long time to do.
Woman. Not him.
Sir, did you just, like, totally assume her gender? I am so offended right now again. Alright, here we go. So I know, like, the crazy cutscenes definitely start as soon as we get to Ocelot, which is coming up. After story time with Decoy Octopus. I mean, the DARPA chief. I mean, sing it. Yeah, this game gets so retconned. It's not funny.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You're here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent in here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true.
My butt is worthless.
Don't look like one of them.
Oh, never mind.
In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
There's a sweet Jesus. Is there, like, also a sour Jesus?
Is it possible?
These are the things I still think about at night.
They
keep me up.
Could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
That's the official story. Got it. We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A truly historic...
Maybe that's the devil, because it's all hot, you know, spicy devil.
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place
Devil's
on the
food?
face of the earth. A nuclear
Food's all religion-based, I guess.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past.
I've taken down 2 of them
That's
already.
the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
You think after the first time Snake took down a Metal Gear, that they'd, like, reinforce it more so that way one person couldn't destroy this giant death tank?
Between arms taking ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production.
And this game also has a problem, what I call the Star Trek problem, is that
if it hadn't been for
the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, the Metal Gears looked very simple, and then as the game series went on with the Metal Gear Solid, they started getting more complex. So they jump back in time, you have like Metal Gear Solid 4, which predates Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 1, and everything looks so bigger and looks almost like this model. Whereas, like, if you think back to Star Trek, the original TV show, you had that look, and then later on they had Enterprise, which is supposed to be, like, even before, like, Kirk and Spock and everyone else.
Shut up in there, will ya?
But all their stuff was even more futuristic than what the original timeline was. And it's kind of like what this game does, too, is that you have more futuristic versions of Metal Gears than what was originally there. It's just something that I've pondered and gone, huh. Along with a spicy Jesus, or sour Jesus. How did he get up there? Now, it should be noted in the original he just
all
ducks
nuclear
down
warheads
behind the
were
door.
equipped
He
with
doesn't
safety
jump up
measures,
Spider-Man
some
style
kind of
to the
detonation
ceiling.
code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL. Yes, of course. There is a PAL.
Does it
It's
have a
set up
buddy?
so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
Is it
There
a
are
my
2
buddy?
passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker, the president of Arms Tech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But...
But what?
they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
And he showed me
Psycho
Boku no
Mantis.
Pico. I didn't have a
One of
chance.
the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out
Okay,
Baker's
Meryl looked a little
password-
weird there.
Yes. They'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override.
I'm just
Even
waiting to see
without
how
the
dramatic his
passwords,
death
you can
is,
just
because he's
insert
gonna
the
die
card
in
keys
just a minute.
and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that,
Yes, you can stop the launch.
That card key.
so where are the card keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him into an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as a transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So, does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon?
Where will you be when diarrhea strikes?
What is it?
Huh? What's that? Hey, what happened?
Huh. Dead.
I bet I get blamed for this. Colonel, quick, I need an alibi.
Naomi, the chief, what happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No!
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not, Snake. You've got to understand. This counter-terrorist op is security level red. You'll need the highest security clearance to learn the real story.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you. The Secretary
No.
of Defense is in operational
It's even
control.
worse, Friendly
I'm
Tiger.
just here as your support.
Basically, Naomi is not...
Snake.
It's
we
the same
don't have
Naomi
time
from
to
Metal Gear Solid
debate.
4, of course, if
Get
you
out
saw
of
that.
there and find
But
President
she's
Benson.
hell-bent on killing me because I tried to... It's a long, convoluted story. I fought her adopted stepfather by the name of Gray Fox, who used to be in my command, and I supposedly killed him, and she wants revenge, so she's trying to murder me. So she injects me with nanomachines called Fox Dye, which kills specific people. And Anderson was one of them. Pardon me, and the other members of the game I beat are special, like they're basically designed to be killed, and then it's like eventually going to kill me. So it turned me into a biological weapon at this point, really. So I'm infected with a magical nanomachine robot death squad that kills random people at targets. Yeah, it looks for their specific DNA, which this is great. This is something I complained about when I first played through this a couple months ago. It targets a specific person's DNA. So let's say I'm injected with Fox Dye. It's supposed to kill you, but I go see your mother. It reads your mother's DNA, goes, okay, that's not it here. It reads yours, it goes, you're the target, you're the DNA I'm looking for, and targets you specifically to kill you. If you can do that, you have cured cancer at that point, because you have such mastery of DNA, nanomachines, everything else. You could pretty much cure cancer, and just about almost any disease you can think of, really, at that point in time. So that's kind of like the big oversight of this game. I'm like, wait a minute here. It's like, if you have that ability to be that specific with targeting, you know, a specific murder bot disease for somebody, you can cure a lot of stuff with that. Alright, so we've saved. Let's trigger a ridiculous cutscene or two.
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking.
What? What? Oh my god, no. They originally just pull your gun on them. It's, oh yeah, even better. Of course.
Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful. I'm no rookie.
Liar. Your eyes wander.
Hey, Shido.
There's no confidence in them. The eyes of a rookie. You've never shot a person, have you?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of
Looks
here.
like we'll be a little delayed. What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
You can also shoot the fire extinguisher too to help cover the room in smoke.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I'm telling you, shoot!
Yes, that did sound as bad as it normally does right there. Oops, thought it was over. Anybody else coming through? Oops. Yeah, that becomes a lot easier. Wow, that got bloody all of a sudden. Now you're gonna love this part. This is just absolutely ridiculous, which is the entire game, really.
Thanks for the help.
Wait!
Now I love this part.
Who are you?
No, never mind. Because I know she's gonna start moving her gun in a circle for some reason.
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong.
Also, they gave him like more of a trench coat. I liked you better when you were a weird red-headed kid who didn't
never
talk.
get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
Here we go. Why the hell would you do this? I mean, you're just shooting the crap out of the ceiling and the floor. Yeah, get used to it. It's about to get even crazier. Yeah, so I need to go fight Revolver Ocelot next.
I just had some kind of hallucination.
And that's when the ninja first shows up, and it gets even more crazy.
So what was it?
It just constantly escalates further, more and more.
Psycho Mantis, Foxhound Psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Can't remember if there's anything in here. I don't think there is. No. Okay. Caution, stand back.
Be careful.
Oops, wrong button. Try it again.
What's up? Snake.
I don't remember there being a door here normally. Yeah, not that obvious, but it's right there, so... Alright, let's see. Figure out how to use this. Yeah, so this fight, now that you have the ability to aim in first person and shoot, comes a lot easier to do. Because before it was like straight, it was always top down, you had to run around and out and maneuver Revolver Ocelot, and now it's pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know where this is. So I can hear a security camera. There it is. Okay, so it's a gun cam. Should have saved in here before it said doing the other way. Oh yeah, it's the classic sounds. I mean, they did keep some of it from the PlayStation version, because when this came out, when Twin Snakes was released, Metal Gear Solid, I think, was only like about 4 years old.
Be careful, Snake.
So it wasn't like too far. Alright, here we go. By the way, this is the same Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5. Just keep that in mind. And when I kept saying, like, in Metal Gear Solid 5, how, like, Ocelot was not himself, it's because this is what he's normally like, and even crazier as the games went on.
He's alive.
Well, if you're coughing blood like that, probably not for long. That's usually an internal hemorrhage.
President Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No! Don't touch it!
What smart person in their life, like, would touch a trip line?
C4.
Yeah, real smart. Yep, backflip to escape a gun. Matrix!
Right. Touch that wire and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver.
Spinny guy? I mean, you gonna finish your sentence here?
Ocelot.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake.
Yep.
Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend.
Well, this game takes place about 30 years after Metal Gear Solid 5?
This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army.
You could have shot me there, but you're just gonna let me monologue, okay?
6 bullets, More than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
I'm pretty sure it has to do with the revolvers you carry. Ocelot would be more of an interesting story.
Draw!
Oh, good. It unequipped my gun. Thanks.
Draw! Hiding won't help you.
Yeah, this is why this fight becomes a joke.
I love it. All right, I'm alive again. Let's go.
Yeah. Normally you had to run around and he'd bounce bullets off the walls to get you, but when you have first-person aiming, it just destroys the fight.
Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight. But
Really?
I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand!
Enter the ninja.
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again. Who are you?
Are you John Connor? Who's your daddy? What does he do? Oh, never mind.
No name.
This got inspired by the Terminator vision.
That exoskeleton.
By the way, none of this was in the original game. The ninja shows up, cuts off the arm, he disappears. That was it. No Matrix dodging, ceiling, nothing like that.
Who the hell?
Oh, that's right. He also pulls a gun on this guy, too.
Can you talk? Who are you? I'm not one of them.
Yeah, he's another guy I'm supposed to be rescuing, but then he ends up pulling a gun on him.
The Chief told me he gave them his detonation
See, like, he forgets, like, the password or something stupid.
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Had it removed.
Surgical implants?
Kinda like psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah. Anyway, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Well, this is how I always look.
I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
So remember, this is the same Ocelot who said he didn't like torture because it's dangerous and people can get hurt.
You're a funny guy. So, the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? It can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up.
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Oh, those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree. But what do they really want?
Who knows? Maybe they're
Yes,
like us
exactly.
in the arms industry.
Metal Gear Solid
Always
5
looking forward
happened
to the
about
next good war.
probably about close to 30 years before this game, chronologically,
Maniacs start a war today.
in the timeline of the Metal Gear Solid
still
universe.
have the card keys.
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
Prison? That female soldier.
She said that she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
No, he's gonna die.
I was in contact with her by codec.
Just pretty much everybody you're talking to here in this game is pretty much going to die, usually, if they're like a civilian especially.
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she has it. What frequency was she at?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Huh? Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
A totally reasonable response.
Right. It should be on the back of the package. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away, but tell me, If this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
Yeah, kind of proving that Snake's kind of a psycho in this one.
Emmerich, one of my employees.
Oh god. Otacon.
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project.
So he's not Huey, at least, thank God, but Otacon is special.
If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
He'll wet himself, I'm sure of it.
Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The nuclear threat hasn't disappeared. The threat is more real than ever before. The amount of spent nuclear...
Yeah, so basically nuclear bombs are bad, got it.
There's plenty of available nuclear material.
Kojima goes on his big long rant about nuclear weapons, which is pretty much the entire game.
We live in an age where any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
Like, there's lots of nuclear missiles and people can get access to things you're not supposed
Russians
to.
and Chinese still pursue a policy of deterrence. Do you see? Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
Metal Gear.
You mean Metal Gear?
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers
Metal
among the big
Gear.
weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the U.S. Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
I swear, nobody can say Metal Gear. It has to be Metal Gear.
Projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget.
You gotta say it, like, it's even better if you do it with, like, a Shatner thing, like,
Get
Metal
a
Gear.
quick lead time on your weapons production.
Or even, like, a Christopher Walken,
No
like,
one can
Metal
bother you.
Gear.
Not even that
The thing over
bunch
in
of
the
military
hangar,
oversight committee.
which is these nuclear missiles. The thing that kills people.
Bribes.
Just call it the military-industrial complex. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally
No, it's Metal
after the
Gear.
results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you or your company.
Yes,
You
that's
should.
about what
Your
I'd
401k
expect
is
with a
tied
rough
directly
like you.
to it, Snake.
Here.
Your retirement
This is what
funds
you
will be
came for,
shot.
right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here.
It's the future. It's called a mini
Main
disc.
hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only
They're gonna be
remaining
all the
copy of
rage.
data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise.
It holds a whole 400 megabytes
Don't
of
play
information.
dumb.
You'll never
I
fill
know
that
you were
up.
sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me. They don't know this disc exists. Make sure that you report this to Jim, to your boss. I'll give you my card, too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
I like that they take prisoners in this game, but then they never search them for any type of contraband they might have or useful information, weapons,
No. You go on
key
without
cards, things that could be of use.
me. They got my password. They don't want anything
It's like
else
if they were
from
to, like, grab me
have
and let
one
me
more
keep my
question.
pocket knife. It's
Who
like,
or
I'm
what
pretty
was
sure
that
someone's gonna
ninja
die
thing?
if I have it in my
It
hands.
looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do
She
they have
knows
key
better
cards
than
that open
I.
doors?
Naomi?
Why does he have an
You've
optical
got to
disc on
stop
him?
them. If it goes public,
Now,
my company
Meryl
and I
had
are finished.
like a special key card on her that he gave her,
Doesn't
but
Metal Gear use
she
current
discloses that
existing
she has
technology?
hiding places that men do not. So I'll let you fill
Metal
that
Gear
part in on your
itself
own.
does, but,
Oh my god, do you smell mint?
did you do to me?
The mushrooms are kicking in.
Oh, no. Oh, oh, no. It can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So they actually went and did it. Oh, oh, oh.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for.
Then he poops his pants.
What the hell?
Pretty much, dude.
Colonel.
Yes, the guy's dead too. Naomi's like, I don't know how that happened. You need to get in contact with that girl that he was talking about. And he says that you need to basically check the back of the package. So this was the same thing for, like, they've kept this running through every single version of the game. The codec to contact Meryl was on the back of the PlayStation game case. Like, 'cause there was a screenshot of Snake talking to Meryl, and it has the codec number on there. And this version of the game, the box had it as well on the back. Even the PlayStation Classic that came out, that turd, that has also the codec number for Meryl as well, and printed on the back of it. So it's been a long-standing joke that if they ever remake this game again, which Konami was rumored to do for a while before the whole Kojima spat went about, that no doubt they'd also have the number again on the back of the box. I've memorized it throughout the years. It's 140.15. Because I let my friend borrow this back in the day when it came out. Because I bought my PlayStation just to play this game. It was like, I didn't really care about the PlayStation until this came out, and then I got into it a little more. It was still like many years later before I kind of fully got into the whole PlayStation thing, but he just borrowed my discs. Because he brought his like own little like CD carrying case thing over, so he just took the discs and left the instruction manual and everything. He calls me up in a panic. He's like, Ken, oh my god, what the hell is the number for Meryl? I don't know what it is. It keeps telling me to check the back of the package. I'm like, oh, hold on a second. He's like, you should have grabbed the case instead of just taking the discs out. So that's something that's always made me laugh throughout the years. Alright, so I don't think that there's anything else in here. Oh, that's nice. Ammo. I'll switch back to tranquilizer gun. Okay, so it's just a shortcut to the armory is what this is. But now I think there's people running around here. There's bad guys in this area. Yeah, there are. Okay, this is the room. It's like, there's rooms in here that have sensors that you can't see. If you equip your cigarettes, you can see them, but your health starts draining. So some of them have C4. Some of them will also have, or they're just wired to an alarm. I think that one's just wired to an alarm to attract people. Okay, so it's a shoot button that picks people up. I gotta remember that. don't think he's got anything on him. I don't know how long people stay asleep in this game, because they weren't supposed to be able to be knocked asleep like this, so... Oops. Perhaps I should probably look where I'm going, huh? What? Dude, you don't have to yell. Right here. Okay, don't run into the hole this time. Got it.
Is there somebody there?
Yes, alright, so now I got a suppressor for the SOCOM. So, I wonder if I can shoot out doors now. Or not shoot out doors, shoot out security cameras is what I meant to say, and completely boffed it. Not even close. That's also a Metal Gear Solid 2 thing as well. So let's call Meryl while we're waiting. Let's see. Nope, gotta figure out how to tune it. Let's see, 140-15.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
I like how you emptied that entire magazine just shooting into the floor and ceiling.
No, it's not him. Just exactly who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent to this hellhole.
You came alone? Trying to be some kind of hero?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my
Small,
uncle?
hairy.
We go way back.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
That's what some people called me.
The legendary Solid Snake? You? Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
They're rookie's eyes, right?
No. They're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Yeah, Snake
Just
hits
what
on
I'd
everybody
expect
in this
from the
game, by the way.
legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry. You'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah. You know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him personally. But first, I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I just joined the training that same day.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapon disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody's told you anything, did they? Okay. You see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of arms tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right. For the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top-secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But they must have been test-firing dummy warheads for a while. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. That's what I heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so basically, to keep the story moving along, she has the detonation code thing on her. They talk about war, blah blah blah. She needs to basically open the door that I need. It's just a long conversation.
What's up, Snake?
Next up, though, I will be getting to a fight with Vulcan Raven, unofficially in the tank. It's a fight against a tank. So that means, of course, more crazy cutscenes. Which is what me playing this game is all about.
Snake.
All clear.
Dodge that bullet.
Just imagining things.
Oh crap, I forgot to put the silencer on. Oops. So, I have a suppressor for the SOCOM. And, yeah, kinda need to add that. Oops. I don't know if anybody saw where I hit or not, so we're gonna find out real quick. Oops. Okay. Got real lucky. Yeah, I forgot about that because I'm used to like Metal Gear Solid 5. You pick up a suppressor, it's automatically added on. And yeah, that's not the case with this game. Hey, it's no vultures. Indeed, it was a learning experience, we'll call it. Or to cover myself, I mean, I meant to show you that's why it's important that you always put on the suppressor when you pick it up, because things like that can happen. And I just wanted to teach everybody about that, so you're welcome. And it was my pleasure to teach everyone, you know, that crucial moment for when you play this game yourself, you'll know, because I showed you. I'm pretty sure nobody's buying it, but that's what I'm sticking with. Alright. Oh no! I wonder if I can hang off of stuff. I can! Holy crap! Just made the game volume get really quiet all of a sudden. Oh crap, I have that on. Turn these off. We'll speed up the dying process. Okay, so you can shoot out security cameras, so that did answer one question that I had.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Okay, still gotta pick up the suppressor. Okay.
Is there somebody there? Who's that?
Really, game?
I've got him. Send rein.
Well, that's awesome. Now keep in mind, I never said I was good at this game. I've just played it before. And I can't turn off my rations. Because I was hiding there, and apparently the L and R buttons make you like side shift, basically. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a hiding spot, and normally they don't check. Like, usually the AI before, even in Metal Gear Solid 2, is you can hide in a locker or a wall space like that, like a gap, and they won't check the first time. If you do it again, however, then they will check there, and it basically stops you from hiding in the same place. This game, apparently, they made it so that way, no matter what you do, it's going to check those places first. So a locker would be a little bit different. I'm gonna still shoot you in the butt.
Who's that?
It's auto tracking even through the ceiling. Alright. Suppressor. SOCOM. There. No more mishaps. Why are they coming down the stairs?
Somebody there? Just imagining things.
Now the reason why I'm going through this hassle of trying to get upstairs is I think the mine detector is up there, which I'm going to need.
Who are... Snake, don't be so impatient.
Looks all clear. Nothing here.
Okay, now she's got the door
Snake,
open.
I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see you.
See ya?
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry. I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long with the way you walk.
What does that mean?
You got some junk in your trunk.
Listen, Snake. The cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
Gas?
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait! You said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
Now, what I like about this game, and it's something they didn't start doing until Metal Gear Solid 3, is suppressors do not wear out. So once you get a suppressor on a gun, it's there for good. Okay, so a guy just heard me is all. So what you can do, Metal Gear Solid 2 tactic, is take people, stuff them inside lockers. They'll be very confused when they wake up, for sure. Alright, stun grenade, nothing. Alright.
Nothing here.
Computers of the future! Oh, this is actually like Silicon Knights web page for what it used to look like back in like 2002, 2003 when this game came out. Oh, I do have grip. Okay, I just need to figure out how to let go because it didn't quite do it. There we go. Yes, I know that there's lasers here. Shut up.
Nothing here.
Here we go. This is Deep Throat. Pretty sure it is.
Snake, be careful. There are Claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Let's save.
Melee.
Be careful, Snake.
Here we go. This is gonna be more awesome. More epicness.
This is Raven's territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass. Send him a message.
I'm okay. You just shattered my spine.
That's right. You belong on the ground. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are.
You should be flying in the air instead of riding around in a tank.
Come, let's fight!
Yeah, they made this fight a lot easier because your grenades now track for where the gunner is. Whereas before in the past, it was like really hard to get in.
See how you like this?
Another direct shot that takes off a lot of damage. Oops, missed. Come on, game. Just give me the kill. So it tracks for so long and then decides not to do it. There we go. Yeah, because before that was like, it's super frustrating as the tank moved really fast, your grenades rarely went anywhere near it. So you wasted a lot of them. And this is a really long fuse on that grenade.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that?
We'll play with him a little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just like you. I would expect no less from your...
You see, I told you so, but I will kill him.
General Ivan, I hear that you lost your arm and ran away home.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
So in the legend of the snake people, yeah, so the language of the snake people, snake means snake. Got it.
Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
You called, Snake?
You bet.
How's it?
Okay, so tank's still destroyed, but there's used to be mines out here, I thought. Guess not. So I want to see if there's like any items out here I can pick up that I didn't get before. Chaff grenades, okay. Chaff grenades come in handy a lot later in the game. Definitely worth to pick them up and hold on to them as long as you can, at least. But But of course now it's a thing where you can actually shoot out like security cameras, so it might not be as big of a problem. As you can tell right now, I can't use... Oh, I can use chaff grenades, and... Oh, I even have magazines, so I could throw those and distract people. But all my weapons have been nullified right now because Naomi is controlling nanomachines in my body to say, no, you can't shoot anything because everything could go explosively bad, which is not how nuclear weapons work.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah.
Except for shooting a nuclear weapon will not set it off. It's not how they're designed or how they work.
They're all
So basically, can't use my guns in this room, even the tranquilizer.
Who's that? I've got it. Send reinforcements.
What? They're flooding the room with gas? That's new. So remember, I can't use guns, but they have no problems using guns themselves. That would have all been prevented if I could just shoot somebody, or even use my non-lethal tranquilizer gun.
Is there somebody there?
We'll see if he opens the door or not. Turn and open, hit the door, come on. Alright, now I can use my weapons again. It's just that one room you can't use them. I think I need to go down to the second basement's where I need to go. I think. Now I need to have a Nikita missile launcher, so I can't get too far in here. Because I don't think I can. Well, that was the problem I ran into back on the PlayStation, like when I was doing Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation. I was using RetroArch. I had to figure out how to basically switch my controller over to controller port 2, which in RetroArch at the time was not easy to figure out. So that took some working. So how I got past it, he's telling me I need to use a remote controlled missile. I can't stay in here. So how I got around it is I actually had a second wired controller. So I plugged it into my computer, it read it as controller 2, I unplugged the controller I was normally using, that got around it. But since then, like about 2 months ago or so, I played the original Metal Gear Solid in RetroArch. They've patched it now, they've made it so you can easily switch controllers out without issues and know exactly what you're programming in. So for this, though, the Dolphin emulator, it's not too hard. I mean, you have a controller thing, you can just basically go and pick like port number 1. It says standard controller, I can set that to none. Port 2, I can switch out the controller and just reconfigure it, and that solves the problem. So it won't be too hard to figure out, unfortunately. Or not unfortunately, but fortunately. It won't be too... It's going to be a lot easier than it was on RetroArch. Alright, so I think the missile launcher is in here, is on this level. No, I'm betting it's not here. I'm betting it's back at the armory. I'm betting. Nope, there it is. Okay, never mind. It's like, ah, crap, I gotta go all the way back to the armory. It's like, that's gonna suck. Nothing over there, just checking out different things. Yeah, it's really hard to do the switch. Like, now there's a trick basically, like if you tap your weapon select and then like redo it again, it'll basically reload your weapons for you. But this one is like super sensitive, which is why you try to do it and you'll like a lot of times just bring up your VATS, like your option menu instead of just switching on and off. which is something I've kind of noticed, maybe to try to deter people from doing that trick. That's what I'm thinking, or it could just be bad emulation. Could be a lot of things. Let's see, Nikita.
What's up? Snake.
Really? Okay, that's new. Game? It stops my Nikita from working. That's great. So I guess they changed the route for the missile? No? This is weird. Okay, I decided to let it work this time. Now, unfortunately, with the gas mask, you can't open doors with it. You have to take it off in order to select your key card, which makes no sense, really. This doesn't help things at all. Yeah, so the gas mask is not really that effective. It's slowing things down more than it would have been, but still kind of a problem. There we go. It's like, is this one not able to be taken out? It is. There we go. Yeah, so normally you could like spam chaff grenades here. What? There it is. It's like, where's the exit? That was hard to see. Yeah, the gas mask is like very hard to see out of in this game. Yeah, it's a foot in front of me apparently. It just hovers in front of my face. Little known fact that gas masks do not fit on your head, they just hover. Yes. These are train stops in Japan. Now we get to an even more violent version of the ninja slaughtering everybody. Zatoichi.
Take this!
So you have a knife, but you tried to punch him with it. Okay? You should try stabbing him with it next time. Providing if you survive that wonderful slash to the chest. To your testicle. Which I've heard is sensitive. Contains heart, lungs, vital organs. I got a corpsicle.
It's a ghost.
Yes. There's only two of them, Fico. Just twins. Now we get to meet the favorite character of the game. Otacon.
Snake, you can't.
Alright, here we go. That happens. I mean, like I said, you're 5 hours ahead of me. It's like 4:39 in the morning, or 6 hours ahead of me. It's like 4:39 in the morning. Oh look, it's Otacon! He's gotta wet himself, because of course he does.
Stealth camouflage.
Somebody has to wet themselves in any Metal Gear Solid game. Somebody has to pee themselves. Your dad was a really murderous SOB. I heard you also like to bang your stepmom and sister.
What? What are you talking about?
That's a chunky looking bullet.
Oh, what next?
He beat himself twice.
Snake.
Hey, you're that ninja.
Really?
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
Oh, I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy this moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Oh god, I can't believe they kept that line.
World to battle with you.
What is it? Revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my
Oh,
soul
complete and
find
total.
respite.
This was back when it used to be called Japanimation, really.
Or you will kill me.
'Cause I remember it was called that back in the 90s. It wasn't anime, it was Japanimation. Or Japanese animation. Anime wasn't really a term that got used very often.
Watch from your box seat.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
He's mine. I'm gonna manhandle him.
Make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
This is the results of when you take Metal Gear Solid 2 engine and put 1 into it. Look, a GameCube. Should I be hurting him more?
Snake. Good. Now we can fight as warriors.
Yeah, so I believe the Police Knots got replaced with the Zone of Enders 2 poster on the wall there. This is all done. I'll be taking a look at the... Yes, needless kung fu poses. I'll be taking a look at the Easter eggs in this room. There's a couple. There's the GameCube with the Wavebird. BIOS. There's Mario and Yoshi. Gymkhana! You thought you were gonna get away with me doing a stream and not yelling Gymkhana? You were wrong. Okay, so you can't shoot him more when he's down. Where'd you go? Alright, Friendly Tiger. I'll see you next time. I'll be streaming this again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Actually, I can be wrapping it up after I get done with this fight. Hate that not all your, like, punches connect in this fight. See if I can ambush him. Nope. That's right, you can destroy computer monitors in this one. Oh, neat. Shortcut. Actually works. Got stuck in the wall. I don't know why it keeps giving me FAMAS bullets, because like you can't shoot this guy. It's like you literally have to like stun grenade him and you know, chaff grenade him to death. I wonder where he's hiding. Traded blows on that.
Like old times.
Thought the sweep kick would hit him. Yeah, this part's actually like a lot easier than the rest of the fight. Oops, he got me. I have a feeling like he's getting a kick out of this. You know, he's like, oh yes, hurt me. I'm just going to say, like, daddy at some point. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Hurt me more, daddy! Oh, dude, what? Okay, this is getting weird now. Weird, the game teleported right into me. Alright, one more time, he's done. There we go. Oh yes. Now, if I remember correctly, there's like a lot of ridiculous choreographed fight at this point. Yep. Complete with airplane takeoff sound.
Killed in Zanzibar. What? Not again.
Hey, it's the morgue. What's up? Fox! They need to yell somebody die!
What's happening?
These servers at the time were like fully loaded, had at least maybe 256 megabytes of RAM in them. Very advanced.
Is it over?
Ew, I'm banging my head in the Otacon's wet spot. I was like, I'll just stand here watching this. Yes, it's Gray Fox. We don't care. You're supposed to be dead. I tell you, man, those Wavebird controllers were awesome, but if you left... there were days you accidentally forget to turn off your controller, and you go to play the game,
Are you one of them?
and your controller's dead, because it just sucks away those batteries real quick.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
Oh god, I hate Otacon so
Get
much.
out. We can't stay here forever.
He's like, nope, I'm gonna keep it all in there.
Your uniform's different from theirs.
Well, he knew he was probably gonna retcon it all anyway, which he did.
Engineer Hal Emmerich, right? You know me?
I know of your dad.
From Merrill. Oh. So you're here to rescue me? Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first. Oh. Well, at least you're not one of them. Are you hurt?
I got the stank leg.
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little trying to get away.
So why are you acting like your hip is not
Nothing
working?
to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear. Huh? Metal Gear? Yeah.
Yes.
What's Metal Gear really
I think he can stalk a girl and make up a relationship that exists only in his head on the battlefield.
Only for defensive purposes, of course. Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
I mean, he'd be all over her normally if it was his stepmom or his sister.
The terrorists are planning
But in this one, he just basically invents a relationship that is not there at all, which is just even creepier.
Trying to use the TMD missile module to
She really likes me because I took care of her dogs one time. It's like, she doesn't even know your name, dude.
The purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started. No, you're wrong. I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
Snake is really strong.
No.
I mean, it takes a lot of effort to hold somebody up like that.
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the President personally supervised the final assembly with the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
Like, he literally develops known weapons that are known to launch nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know they'd launch a nuke from it.
Fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped.
We actually have one of those on a battleship.
We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs.
Shoots rounds so fast it can literally catch the air on fire around it, which is
Metal Gear's
insane.
main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all, I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
Yeah, if you want to see what a railgun looks like actually in operation, it launches projectiles out at Mach 7. It's pretty friggin' cool.
Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working
And it goes through a lot of stuff.
Weapon. They were using Nova and NIF laser nuclear fusion.
So like the first part of it there, okay, this doesn't really like this video.
A new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
All of them combined has a total storage of 10 gigabytes.
Test the real thing.
Do you know how much of my Japanese anime you can put on there? And those girls, those Funari pictures?
Just launch that thing? No. Damn. Damn.
Oh, my Fuda porn gone.
I'm such a fool. It's all my fault. The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project.
And my dad murdered a lot of people in some place called Diamond Dogs. I couldn't be bothered with that story.
He was born on August 6th, 1945.
Yep. What's kind of cool too is that, yeah, they did re-record almost all the same dialogue just about, although this one's actually more accurate to the original script for what came out in Japan, which is kind of cool. There's also added extra scenes too, like when the game first starts, Liquid's down at the bottom basement thing that you come out from in the water. He's down there for some reason.
I was the one being used.
So it's impressive because I mean this script, I want to say it was like around 3,000 pages or something stupid, or 3,000 lines of dialogue to redo.
That's enough crying. Pull yourself together.
I can Google that real quick.
Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base.
Where's that?
North of the communications tower.
Let's see, Metal Gear Solid. Okay, I found some data on it.
The system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the base's control room.
Yeah, there's, let's see,
If they were planning
lines.
a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is
There was a
probably
total of
finished.
31,000
And since
lines
they
for
haven't
Metal
called
Gear
for me
Solid,
in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
which is 370,000 words total, so that's a huge script. And they got almost everybody back to re-record it on top of it. So this was like, when did this game come out?
I'll show
Go
you the
Gadget
way.
Google.
On that leg of yours? You'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
Okay, so the game came out 2004. So it was like about 6 years, I want to say, since the first game came out.
My duty to destroy him.
So that's pretty rare to get almost all the actors back to do those same voices after that amount of time.
How am I supposed
But yeah,
to escape
most of it was
from
David
an
Hayter going,
island?
Metal Gear, Metal Gear?
So what?
Metal cog. No. Metal. What's my line again? Oh, gear.
Well, don't you?
Of
Richard,
course I do.
gear.
And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth.
I wonder if like he wanted to do other lines recorded different ways. Do like Christopher Walken. Metal gear. Launching the nuclear missiles.
Good, but I
the
want
people
Meryl to watch after you too.
They're all terrorists.
Meryl, the engineer's okay.
You got this guy, Otacon. He just likes to pee his pants.
Very close.
In the closet.
Oh no! Damn, they spotted me.
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Merle.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
Merle from America.
What did she look like?
Well, since I'm a pervert as well, just like you, I nosed her butt, which is kind of hard to ignore.
She
Had
was
a way
wearing the
of
same
walking.
green uniform as the terrorists.
Did she fire her gun on a useless arc, spraying the ceiling and the
If she's
floor?
disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card.
Then Snake beats the answer out of him.
It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
Oh no, I'm a heroin addict.
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong?
What if I kiss you on your
friendly
lips?
all of a sudden.
No, nothing.
Feel how scratchy your facial
just glad
hair is
you're
on
okay.
mine.
You're strange.
Smell your cologne.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
That's the reason why I bought my
Otacon.
PlayStation, was to play this game. It was pretty
Stands
huge.
for Otaku Convention. An otaku is a guy like me.
Japanimation!
Who likes Japanimation.
Oh yeah, so they replaced the police knots with Zone of Enders 2 footage.
Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
They just have these problems getting this 14-year-old kid named Shinji to get in the robot. I don't know what his problem is.
I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
Yeah, that's what all scientists say.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
I'm pretty sure he wanted to have the girlfriends too, the 14-year-old girls, hang off him as well.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has progressed because there is war. And because of scientists' greed, weapons of mass destruction were born. But that's all over. I won't take part in murder anymore.
5 minutes later, he murders somebody.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
And your phone number.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall.
Although it'd
If you
probably be
need
better if I
ammo
gave
or
it to
rations,
you,
just
since
tell
you're
me and I'll
trying to
bring 'em
stop
you.
these people, but I'll hold on to it because I'm selfish.
I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
So he gave me the key card. How is that working for him? Oh yeah, it's like I mentioned this earlier, but years ago when I bought this game, yeah, I got 2 more extra lives. But years ago when I bought this game, played it to death, and a friend of mine didn't buy it, and he was just like, he wanted to borrow it one day. So he came over to my place, and he had like one of those CD holders that we used to carry around back in the day. So he just took the discs for the game. I let him borrow it. He didn't take the actual case I had for it. So I get a call frantically a couple hours later. He's like, Ken, oh my god, I'm supposed to be calling, like, this girl. I don't have her number. They keep telling me to check the back of the box. What the hell are they talking about? You know, check the back of the case. I'm like, you should have taken the case like I told you to. So I had to tell him the codec number. It was fun. I laugh at it still to this day. But yeah, it's like every single version of this game has that printed on it. Like the back of the case has Meryl's codec number. It was on the back of this game. It was on the back of Twin Snakes, which is what I'm playing right now. And it's also printed on the back of the PlayStation Classic that just came out that nobody should ever, excuse me, in the right mind buy. Because it's a piece of crap. Yeah, so let's see. We got Mario, we got Yoshi. Shot him already. The Zone of Enders 2 poster. Really wish they had kept Placenots in here. Then, is there anything here? Nope, but we got the GameCube and the Wavebird. And the good old empty screen there. Like, this is what you'd see if you start up your GameCube without a game in it. Oh, it is way beyond half-assed, unfortunately. I mean, I had a whole stream dedicated to just showing how terrible it was, because I was using RetroArch, because that core, the PSX Rearmed, is in RetroArch. So I'd show off games of what it looked like, that basically, it turns out that the PlayStation Classic actually ran them a lot worse than it does on my computer. Then I was showing off how you can make them look really amazing. And then, of course, as we know, 9 out of the 10 games on that stupid system are PAL region for some reason. What really irks me is when people say, like, I'm gonna buy it and modify it, which you can mod now. Don't give them money. It's $100. I'm like, literally, I have a link set up. If anybody wants it, I have a link to my G drive that has RetroArch on there. BIOS is already set up, so you can play a lot of games like PlayStation, GameCube games, Wii, Super Nintendo, all the different things there. I have it all set up. I can drop the link in the chat if you want. If you want to set up RetroArch yourself and have it pretty much work there, including directions. Because it's like, do not give Sony your money for this nonsense. It's not worth it. Because they don't care if you're going to buy it and hack it. They're just saying, hey, it's successful. People bought this. So people like are half-assing it. Instead of basically rolling with your wallet and saying, no, we're not going to endorse this nonsense. It's like, if you want to put out quality, put out quality. Oh no! Why? Who would do such a terrible thing? So the Wavebird's immune, but the GameCube is not. Alright. So I think that right now, though, it's getting pretty late. So we all know what that means. We have reached the end of the stream for today. Yes, I really don't like Mario Sunshine. I've talked with B about it, Yellow Killer B, about my dislike for the game. I play it every so often, but it's just like every couple of years, it's just, ugh, no thanks. So, thanks for hanging out here. I will be back again tomorrow. I stream every single day at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just go ahead and type it into Google. It will tell you for wherever you are in the world. I usually post up on this, like on my Twitter at Wurzel555 for basically, about 1 to 2 hours ahead of time if I'm going to be streaming, what I'm going to be playing as well. And also, I'm getting that link for you right now. Also, like, usually, like, what time it is, or if I need to, like, cancel for whatever reason, because sometimes I'll have, like, a problem with my health. I'll need to cancel. But if you're looking for a RetroArch, there you go. It's basically a folder I have set up on my G drive, shared with everybody there. So it has, like, the BIOS is there. I even wrote out a quick start guide. So just follow those directions, and you'll be able to get it up and running no time. So definitely check it out. So do that versus paying money for the PlayStation Classic. It's crazy. And also, if you didn't hear this from me, but MU Paradise, we'll just say, if you don't know about it, just Google that and follow the directions on the Reddit link that pops up. It still works. So I will be back again 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Like I said, I usually post up on Wurzel555 on my Twitter for if I need to delay the stream or when I'm going to be doing it. And I will be back again tomorrow playing this. I'm going to do this, keep going through. When I get done with Twin Snakes, then I will be doing the Yakuza 0 game. I'll be doing that and the first one, Kiwami, I think it is. So thank you so much for hanging out at the morgue. Sly Guy as well there. Always cool to see people there. No Vultures, Fico, Friendly Tiger, Shiran no Usagi, and Ronnie actually showed up too. So yeah, a lot of people showed up today. It's pretty cool. So I will see you guys all hopefully tomorrow. Peace out.